So, how many of you guys watched the home run derby last night? That was awesome, right? I mean, Aaron Judge, wow. Like, we knew he was good, but yeah, like, wow. Actually, I ended up missing his very final at bat, the one that won it for him. I set the DVR because I had to come and do the break, and don't you know that the darn thing cut it off. Oh well, that's how it goes. All right, guys, so we have a few things on tap tonight, a little bit of football and then some baseball. But first up, before we do anything else, we need to do our nightly random. If you have not done a break with me before, excuse me, if you haven't done a break with me before, we do a nightly random any night that I do a break, and I change it up from time to time as to what we do. But right now, for the month of July, we are doing something called Lucky You. This will be Lucky You Part 3. What that is a customer appreciation break that will take place on the first Saturday in August. It doesn't cost you anything to get, it doesn't cost you anything to participate in the break, but the only way to get in it is by way of this nightly random. So tonight we have Fit Into, or Fit Into, whichever way you want to say it. So Fit Into or Fit Into. You're in, man. So you are in for Lucky You Part 3. That will be the first Saturday in August, and we'll open up some products, and you'll have a chance to walk away with some hits that don't cost you a thing. So congrats, man. So first up tonight is a little bit of football. And let's take a look at, let's not take a look at the black screen that just came up. Let's instead take a look at our spreadsheet. I think that might be more what we wanted to look at. First up, 2 boxes of 2017 Donruss Elite Draft Picks football, along with 1 Leaf Draft Football 1-of-1 autograph printing plate. So, of course, this is the first time we've done that combination. And you will see team names on one side, winning bidders across from it. So we'll scroll down through here, give you a chance to see your name in lights next to your team. Do have 1 unpaid team in this break, and that is the Philadelphia Eagles. If payment comes in, of course, I will send you whatever cards, that you pull that you're due. And, of course, if you don't ever pay me, then, well, I won't be sending you anything. So hopefully you will go ahead and take care of that payment. So let's get into that first, and we'll have a little black gold after that. And then we'll wrap it up tonight with a case of Tier 1 baseball. Oh, and I've got to change the, I've got to take the autofocus off this camera, or we're going to be dealing with that craziness all night. Let me set those up as kind of like a little frame of reference there. And then let's pull the autofocus off of that. And it does take the background a little bit out of focus when I do that, but it makes it much easier to see the cards without the camera constantly zooming in and out and all that crazy stuff it likes to do when it's on autofocus. So, oh, I forgot to open this up to see chat, didn't I? Daggone it. Well, that's because they change it all the time, right? So, like, one time chat is in one place, and the next time chat is in another place, and every time I go to it, it seems like they've got it in a new spot on the way it displays on my screen. It kind of makes me a little bit crazy, as a matter of fact. But that's just YouTube for you. Now, of course, on all these draft products, our players are going to be in their college uniforms. So they're going to go to the team that drafted them. So when you see them, of course, they're going to be in their college uniforms. But when I sort them, of course, I'm going to sort them to the team that drafted each of these players. So, and we will do, hopefully everybody in here was drafted. But if for some reason we have some undrafted people come out, that I find when I'm sorting, we'll do a random and figure out somewhere to go with that. I don't think you have the Eagles in this break, Susan. I believe that you maybe have them in black gold, but I don't show you as having the Eagles in this elite break. Are you sure that we're talking about the same break? Okay, well, then I've got to go into the office and look at that, because that is not how I read it. So give me 1 minute, please. No, eBay does not show you as having the Eagles in this break. On black gold, yes, but on this elite draft, it does not show you with them. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. All right. I see. All right. Well, thank you, Marty. Yeah, sorry. You know, it's easy to do. It's easy to get confused about which is which. That's why it's always better for me to just go get up and look to make sure I haven't messed something up. All right. So our first hit in here is to 49, and it is Artavis Scott. So there's hit number 1. We should have 5 hits per box. That Dalvin Cook is to 10. Oh, there was Big Ben. How about that? Jerry Rice. We've got some fun ones in here. Clay Matthews. Not just our rookies, a lot of our veterans in here too, with their college uniforms. Just it's a whole pack. Just I'm trying to figure out how they have the cards turned in these packs so that we can get them all going in the proper direction. And on any of this, of course, always, if you want me to speed something up or slow something down, let me know. Chad Hansen is our second autograph hit coming out. Well, Adrian Peterson. Stacy Coley, or Coley, whichever way you say it, that is to 49 on the nice little die cut there. Tom Brady, wow. Young Tom Brady in his college uniform. Oops, I seem to have paused my iPad, I guess when I went in to the office, I put my iPad on pause, and then I've got my videos all like way off. That's kind of weird, but that's okay. I'm just using it for chat anyway, so it's all good. All good, all good. Seth Russell to 99 is next out. T.Y. Hilton is numbered to, I believe that says 99. And on our current year rookies, I will look them up. If they went undrafted originally, but they have subsequently signed with a team as a free agent, I will send it to the team that they signed with, of course. If we have players that are none of the above that I find, that they didn't get drafted and they didn't sign anywhere as a free agent and they're just like kicking back at their house, those are the ones that we will do something with. This is DeMonte Kazee. That is to 49. Peyton Manning and Eli Manning passing the torch. And basically what we will do is kind of what I'm going to call like a preemptive strike, if you will. We will do a random by team for this break, and then if I do find cards that have no home, literally no home at all, then they will go to the team that comes up in random. Desmond King. But there's so many in here, and it will take me, I can't tell you off the top of my head exactly all the base cards and everything, whether someone was drafted or not drafted. That's to 99 on the Mike Evans. Especially on the ones that ended up signing as a free agent. So So that's why we do it that way. Make sure that everything that can find a home does find a home. Ashton Lampkin, that is to 99. Thurman Thomas and Barry Sanders, that's a nice little passing the torch card. Mr. Steve Young to 99. We pulled a nice Steve Young, Colin Kaepernick passing the torch autograph out of 2013 Elite Football. Not Draft Elite, regular Elite last night. It was a redemption. I mean, it wasn't, the card wasn't live in the product, but I'm hoping they still have it because it was, I think, to 10, if I'm remembering right. It's a very low number, and of course, Steve Young on there. That's what makes that one super nice. Sidney Jones to 99. This die cut is also to 99 on LaDainian Tomlinson. So yeah, the home run derby last night, that was just crazy. That was so much fun. I'm really bummed though that my stupid DVR cut off. Like, I watched practically the whole thing until it was time to do the break, which I had even started the break at 10:15, thinking, oh, I'll have, you know, the home run derby will definitely be over by, you know, 10 or so. We should have no problem breaking at 10:15. And then, daggone it, don't you know that it went late. And then my DVR cut off and I missed the whole thing. Well, the end, not the whole thing. Alvin Kamara to 50. There's Zeke. That is to 99, I believe that says, on the Shelton Gibson. If you're jumping in late, we have this draft picks to do, then 2016 black gold, and of course black gold is a pretty quick break, and really so is this one. And then we'll be jumping into that full case of Tier 1. Malik McDowell to 99. Passing the torch with Tony Dorsett and Earl Campbell. That is to 99. Actually, I think what we will do also with the random... Oh, was that... that's Red Grange. Cool. The other thing we'll do with random is any of our cards like Passing the Torch that have someone from two different teams, a player from two different teams on it. Those will also go out to whatever team comes up in random. So... Or maybe we'll do, I guess we should do front and back with those. We'll do front and back with Passing the Torch. And then leave the random the way we said, I guess. Ricky Seals Jones to 99. All right, I'm going to pull one of these Passing the Torch out of here so that we can... First of all, figure out if it has what is a front and what is a back. Yes. Okay, so in a minute, I know we still have to open that. This is the pack we've already opened. It's just the empty wrapper. So on these Passing the Torch cards, this will be considered the front of the card. The back of these dual player cards will be the ones that have the logos on it. So we will first put into random front and back, and it will then determine each of these Passing the Torch cards, whether they go to the team on the front or whether they will go to the team on the back. Then we'll do the Preemptive Strike random, which is basically going to be one team, and that team will get any card that we find of someone who isn't or wasn't drafted and has not subsequently signed as a free agent. So here's our 1 of 1 2017 Leaf Draft 1/1 autograph printing plate. And this is, who is this? Davin Godshaw? Or something along the, excuse me, something along those lines. So, I don't know that guy. Did that guy get drafted? Let me pull out my, hold on. Let me look at my handy little, yeah, okay, so he went to the Dolphins. So this guy here was drafted by the Dolphins. I just wasn't familiar with him, so that one will be heading to the Dolphins. And we may as well recap the rest of our hits while we're sitting here. Ricky Seals-Jones, Malik McDowell, Alvin Kamara, Sidney Jones, Ashton Lampkin, Desmond King, DeMonte Kazee, Seth Russell, Chad Hansen, and Artavis Scott. So let's go deal with our random issues over here. Well, they're not really issues, but you know what I mean. First up is front and back. Those passing the torch card. Passing the torch cards are what this is in reference to. I will hit random 3 times, and on the 3rd time, whatever is on the top, we'll take the card. So there's number 2. Here's number 3. You'll see there's 3 times, our date and time stamp, and that is going to go to the back. So give me 1 second. I'm going to put one of these in a sleeve and circle the back so that I don't have to remember that later. Okay. So our next thing in random, and again, this may not generate anything for this random that we are doing right now. I'm putting all of the teams in here, and if I find any cards that have a player that has no affiliation, okay, in other words, they have not been drafted, and they have not subsequently signed as a free agent, any card like that that I find when I'm sorting will go to whatever team is getting ready to come up here in random. And if I don't find any cards like that, then obviously there's nothing to send via random to that team. But that comes up as the Texans. So if we do find any homeless cards out of this break, they will be heading to the Houston Texans. Now let's roll back over here and take a look at the next break. And this is going to be a little 2016 black gold football. This is break number 2 for black gold. And it's our same format as before, where your name will be right across from the team that you have the bonus rights to. And let's get in this black gold. I like black gold. Always find fun stuff in it. So I guess I need to move these out again. Again, all these dual player cards are going to go to team on the back, which is the team that has the logo. Got to set tier 1 down here out of the way first. Shipping wise, which I should have already said and didn't, this will go out probably in the Friday to Saturday range. I was really close to being totally caught up, and then I had a little kind of mishap this week with one of my animals is really sick, and that's kind of gotten me all off base. So all right, 2016 black gold. Here's hoping we pull some fire. If I can get us in the box, right? I mean, what in the heck? There, and just see the empty box. So you know there's nothing hiding in there waiting to come out. Okay, let's see what we have got. Let's see what they have given us tonight. First up, for the Giants, a little LT, Lawrence Taylor to 100. His first card out. For the New York Giants, is that, oh no, you've got a little bit of chipping and stuff up there in that upper edge. Again, you guys know by now that's unfortunately pretty common. You're going to find those edge and corner issues. Julio Jones to 99 for the Falcons with a little bit of a material swatch down there. Braxton Miller for the Texans. That's a nice one. I really like that card. The metallic marks is one of my favorites in black gold. That is 26 of 50. So nice little Braxton Miller hit for the Texans. We're going to follow that up with some Tyler Boyd for the Bengals. And Tyler Boyd is numbered to, I think that says 199. But they do give you a nice little selection of patches there. So you've got the orange and the white and the black. You got all the Bengals colors in there in that one. So nice materials hit. And then we have Jim Brown to 225 for the Browns. I don't know why this little camera is kind of in my way tonight. Where I have it setting is kind of in a weird spot. I don't know why I did that. Jeremy Langford to 225 for the Bears. Another Bear, Walter Payton. Oh, let's hope this is signed. Come on, Walter Payton, be signed. All right, well, it's materials and it's to 15. So, you know, it's still nice. You've got a 15 of 15 Walter Payton coming out for the Bears. So I'd say you're probably still happy with that. Von Bell for the Saints. And Von Bell is numbered to 99. And that is actually a sticker auto on that one. So most of black gold is on card, but that one is a sticker. For the Cowboys, Jalen Smith. We wanted a Cowboy, but we wanted Dak or Zeke. But what we got for you is Jalen Smith to 199. So you do have a Cowboy, but it's not the Cowboy you want, I suspect. I mean, not that you don't want him, but you know what I mean. Not the one you were looking for. Nice golden arms insert, Jim Kelly for the Bills. That's numbered to 25 on the Jim Kelly golden arms. It's right down there by his foot is the number. And you do, again, you've got a little bit of chipping and stuff, particularly in that lower, upper and lower on the left side, although there's a little bit in odds and ends places too. So just to take a look at our hits again out of black gold, 15 of 15 on the Walter Payton. The nice little Tyler Boyd to 199 with your 3 color patches, or 3 colors, 3 different color patches. I used to be able to speak. And Julio Jones to 99 for the Falcons. Jalen Smith to 199 for the Cowboys. Von Bell to 99 for the Saints. And this is probably my favorite one out of this box. Braxton Miller to 50 for the Texans, just because I really like the card design. Personally, I like that card design. So that's got black gold in the books. Next up, we're going to be opening up that case of Tier 1. I'm going to futz around with something here for just a little hot second on that focus. And let's take a look at Tier 1. Now, there are some unpaid teams in Tier 1. I know your payment may have come in the meantime, and if it has, no worries, we're all good. You're going to get the cards that you pull. I have to finalize this spreadsheet with 5 or 6 minutes before the break so that I can get it set up and ready to go so we can look at it during the break. And I don't go into eBay or email or messages or anything while we're doing the live stream, so that's why if you've paid in the interim, I am unaware of it. at the time that we're doing the break. But again, as long as payment comes in, you're not going to have any problems. I'm going to send you whatever you're due to get, you're going to get. So, no worries. Again, I don't show you for the Braves in this break, I don't think. I thought I showed someone else for the Braves in this break. Like, I'm 99% sure that it's someone else for the Braves in this break. Marty, it's not, oh, wait. I was thinking Marty and Susan. But this is not Marty of Marty and Susan. This is a different Marty. Yeah, again, as I said, you may have, if it's paid, we're cool, man. I have to finalize that spreadsheet, so at 5 or 6 minutes before the break time, so in this case it would have been about 5 minutes till tonight, or 6 minutes till, I have to finalize it and get it in here and get it set up. So any payments that come in after that, I don't know about them until after the break is over. So that's why we have, that's why it shows that, because I don't access eBay or email or PayPal or any of that during the actual live break. So as I said, anything that's been taken care of, hey, that is no worries. I mean, you're going to get your cards. That's no problem at all. It's just I just not aware of it if it comes in after, that 5, 6, 7 minutes before the break when I have to come in here and do all that work. So no worries, man. And I'm sorry I got you confused with Susan and Marty. I'm just a Martin, actually. And I just saw Marty and I'm thinking Martin in my head. There's lots of you Martys around tonight. And Marty, not Martin, listen, not Martin and Susan, but I almost said your last name. But Marty, your jersey is going to go out, your Hank Aaron, should be going out the door tomorrow with a bunch of your Braves cards. Because you had Braves in another Tier 1 break, I think, that didn't hit. But then you had Braves in Tier 1 the same night that we pulled your Hank Aaron jersey, where you had a lot of Braves, if I remember right. Those will go out with your jersey, most likely out of here tomorrow. And that'll be going out priority mail because it's too heavy to go out first class mail. So you will have it probably Friday, maybe Saturday. I don't know. Post office, sometimes they lag a little bit, but usually it's just a couple days. And it will be at your house, man. Eric, there were there were a few spots in there that are marked unpaid on this, yes. But again, payment may have come in for some of them. We know it has for one of them because somebody here in chat, just indicated that it did. But since I have to finalize the spreadsheet about 5 minutes or 6 minutes before the break goes live so that I can get it set up, it's marked unpaid on there if the payment hasn't come in by then. Because I do not access eBay or email or PayPal during the live stream. So basically, once I get up and walk out of that office to finalize the setup, I don't see anything else in there for messages or anything else until after the break is ended and I've done, taking care of the hits and all that kind of jazz. So that's kind of the deal with that, Eric, why some of them are marked on the spreadsheet as unpaid. Most of the time, if it's somebody that's bid with me before, then the majority of the time, those people will take care of that payment and that's no problem. If it's someone who hasn't bid with me before, it's about 60-40. 60% of the time they pay for it, 40% of the time they don't. Most of the ones that were marked tonight, if not all the ones that were marked tonight, are people that have bid with me before, so I think that all that'll be okay. In fact, a lot of it, if not all of it, probably in there waiting for me right now. But I'm out here so we can look at some cards. So to start us off tonight, we have Stephen Piscotty to 331 for the St. Louis Cardinals. First out of the pack. Oh, a nice Ozzie Smith. We pulled another really nice Ozzie Smith recently. This one is 240, and it is back-to-back Cardinals out of this box. And Ozzie Smith, I always love pulling Ozzie Smith. And Ozzy to 40. That's nice. Now we're going to switch off to the Giants with Joe Panic to 120 for the San Francisco Giants. And these Tier 1 in general, I have noticed, seem to have more so on the back than the front, but they do seem to have a lot of little edge wear and chipping kind of issues on a number of the Tier 1. So just FYI, you're probably going to see it as I flip it, but if I forget to mention it on an individual basis, they are running around through here. Detroit Tigers, Cabrera to 331 on the relic hit. Ooh, nice patch. Oh, so nice on the Freddie Freeman to 25. Wow, nice. Marty, you are on a roll, man. You have pulled some nice stuff in the last few days. You're gonna have a really good few days when the mail starts coming in, because I love that patch. Absolutely love it. And the fact that it's signed just makes it that much better. So congrats on your Freddie Freeman. Aaron Nola coming out for the Phillies to 300. Ooh, here's another good patch. And it's for Mr. Jake Arrieta for the Cubs. Also to 25. And of course, you really have a couple of different patches there, but this is the one, obviously, on the bottom that caught my eye with the nice two colors down there. And Mr. Arrieta to 25. Kyle Seager for the Mariners to 200. And that's one you can definitely see. There's a lot of little edge and corner things going on with it. Robert Gelman for the Mets to 300. Back-to-back Marty hits. You did have back-to-back Marty hits, didn't you? That's pretty cool. I like it. There's another Cubby with Chris Bryant to 331. Wow. Wow. Marty, you're having another really nice break. Look what you just got, man. That is Greg Maddux to 10. Greg Maddux to 10 for the Braves. Wow. And again, you can see you've got a little bit of edge and corner, kind of chipping, more so noticeable on the back than the front. But that is a really, really sweet hit. And again, anybody wants any one touch for anything that you pull, shoot me a message on eBay and let me know. Happy to do it at my cost. Manny Margot for the Padres, that is to 300. Yeah, see, now you're glad you bid on him again, aren't you? Because you were like thinking, oh, I hit him the last time, I'm not going to hit him again. But you know what? It's a brand new case. So anything can happen. Colorado Rockies, Trevor Story to 331. And besides that, you seem to just have the Midas touch lately, because you have really pulled some pretty sweet stuff in the last handful of days here. There's Mr. Mike Trout for the Angels to 331. Would like to have had that signed, but still nice to have the Mike Trout. Sterling Marte for the Pirates to 25. A nice gold ink signature on there. And again, edge and corner stuff that we're familiar with by this point. Ooh, nice hit for the Astros with the Gurriel to 25. And again, with our gold ink signature. And that's a pretty sweet little hit for the Astros. I like what we're pulling out of here so far. I'm anxious to see what else is coming out, but this has been a really good, case so far. I think I'm pretty happy with what we've got up to this point. There is Mookie Betts to 331 for the Red Sox. To 75, Nomar Mazara for the Rangers, and that's a patch and an auto, of course, a little sticker auto. Seth Lugo for the Mets, and that is to 300. Yeah, you know, sometimes you're saying you had your first two cases of Tier 1, you hit no Braves, or there were no Braves in there at all. You know, it is kind of sink or swim, and you're swimming tonight, my friend, because look who's up next. Oh, yeah, you got a little Chipper Jones to 200. Wow, you are having such a fun night. I love it. Love it, love it. That is great. And look, again, coming out. Oh, my goodness. This is an embarrassment of riches for you. And you know I can't say this guy's name. I can never say his name, and he's all in Tier 1. I pull him all the time. In fact, you pulled him the other night. That is to 200 on the, yeah, not going to get it right, Galarraga. I can just say it like that, and then you can try to guess what I said. Tim Anderson for the White Sox to 300. But suffice to say, you are getting your money's worth out of the Braves tonight. You are definitely getting your money's worth out of the Braves. Chris Archer to, I think that says 331 for the Tampa Bay Rays. Mark McGuire to 200 for the A's. Nice little hit for the A's with the McGuire. Steven Matz for the Mets to 300. And that's going to be followed up by a redemption. Henry Owens. It's always Henry Owens, isn't it? It's not really always Henry Owens, but doesn't it feel like when you turn over a redemption that like half the time it's Henry Owens? We will go and checklist verify that at the end of the break, although I don't really think Henry Owens has changed teams. I think he's still with the Sox, but we will checklist verify it because we always do at the end of the break. So Brian Dozier for the Twins to 331, and that's a little piece of the bat. So I like when we pull pieces of the bat, a little change of pace there. Coming out for the Royals to 331 is Eric Hosmer. He's been good in fantasy lately. Let's scoot those back. Another nice hit for the A's with Jose Canseco to 25. It's actually a really nice hit for the A's. And again, you know, same deal as before. Got some edge and corner issues, but nothing too terrible. Eddie Rosario, another hit for the Twins. That one to 300. All right, Martin and Susan, you are looking for the Dodgers. Okay, well, we've got this pack in my hand and two more to go. So let's see if we can conjure you up some Dodgers. And that is to 331 for the Rangers. So that was not who you were looking for because you want a Dodger. Danny Duffy for the Royals to 300. Nice little Danny Duffy. Oh, Adam Conley for the Marlins. Cool. To 300. Nice to see Adam Conley coming out of here. Haven't seen much, a whole lot come out for the Marlins. So, for the Indians, how about a little Corey Kluber to 331. Adam Jones. Nice. Adam Jones to 65. For the Orioles. Sweet hit for the Orioles. I like Adam Jones. It's a nice one. For the Cubbies, Javier Baez to, what, 10? I think that is. Yeah, to 10 on that one. So this is a couple we've pulled to 10 out of this case so far. One left. We got to try to find you a Dodger. And, you know, normally we do pull a lot of Dodgers out of Tier 1, or a pretty good amount of them. So I don't know where they're hiding tonight. For the Jays, Josh Donaldson to 331. Phillies, Bobby Abreu to 100. And again, edge and corner kind of issues. And we're going to wrap it up with another Minnesota Twin, Max Kepler to 300 for the Twins. So we are going to go back through and take a look at all of our hits again, but I'm going to head over to the checklist first so that we can take care of Mr. Henry Owens. Even though we know Mr. Henry Owens plays for the Sox, we're still going to go checklist verify it because that's the way I roll. Let me just get, what is the card set on that? Breakout autographs. And of course, yes, he's on the checklist exactly as we figured, as a Boston Red Sox. So guys, keep in mind that we have some new baseball hitting this week. It's Stadium Club. And I don't remember, I think my first one's up either Thursday or Friday night. We've got a little more Tier 1, and this time it's listed in a half case, so we're going to break a case in half and do that twice, and then we'll have one more full case after that. So we do have a few new things. Well, one new thing on the horizon for baseball. A bunch of new things if you count football and basketball too. So to recap, oh, Marty, yes, thank you, man. I appreciate you. You have a great night. Everybody, I appreciate everybody and thank everyone for bidding with me and breaking with me. It's just Marty happened to say in chat he was getting ready to take off, and he said thanks. And so I was thanking him, and I'll thank everybody else at the same time. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. So to recap, our redemption for Henry Owens is going to the Red Sox. And then the rest of these, we're just going to take another look at them and kind of buzz through them if you missed them the first time. This might be, that's one of my favorite cards, if not my favorite card in here, because I like that patch so much. You all know how I love a good patch. Or jersey, or relic, whatever you prefer to call it. I call them patches. We really did pull some nice cards in this case. Happy with it for the most part. And then we'll take one more look at our signatures. Let me scoot these guys back a little bit. And see one more pass through of our signed cards. It's our first one to 10, although we did pull a couple to 10 and a few to 25 tonight. So nice low number hits in here as well. Canseco to 25. I like when they sign them in the gold and silver. I think it makes the card more interesting. The Gurriel to 25. The Marte to 25. There's our Greg Maddux to 10, which is just sweet. That's right up there with one of my favorites out of here too. So some really, couple of really nice cards in here tonight. Seager, Nola, Panic, and Ozzie Smith. That's also really one that, so probably between Ozzie and the really nice patch, the Freeman patch, and the Greg Maddux, probably a three-way tie as to my favorite out of there. All right, guys, so that's the whole deal for tonight. Look for this to go out in the Friday, Saturday range. If I can get it to you sooner, I will. As I think I mentioned, I've got a little sick kitty that has had to go to the vet a couple of times here in the last 24 hours and kind of dicey right now. So that took a little bit more time than I had anticipated, and that's why I didn't get as much out as I had hoped today. So, but everything should be back on track soon. As always, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, and I hope I will see you again on another break. Until then, have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.